take away your truth.
Constance, I want to talk to you about Prince Harry. It's not a subject I ever willingly bring up from a sense of personal joy about wanting to discuss him. However, he keeps putting himself back in the news, and he's in court again in London demanding to have royal protection whenever he and his family are in the UK, despite quitting the country, quitting royal duty, and spending the last few years trashing the family and the monarchy. Should he be entitled to have royal protection? Well, I talked with Neil Ferguson about this secondary issue of the way that they tainted with that Oprah interview the entire country via the prism of our figureheads, the royal family and the monarchy, as a bunch of callous rake. Britain is one of the most tolerant places in the world.
I think that I think you know what you're saying there. You've made a decision that the royal family haven't done anything racist, and there's not going to be any further scrutiny of whether, anyone in the royal family said something to upset Meghan. But look, we were all there for the last couple of years, and the couple of years leading up to their, not a couple of years, but the couple of months leading up to their wedding. We do know how the press treated Meghan Markle, and we do know that there were a lot of allegations made against her that, I'm sorry, they could be called racist. She had a pretty terrible time. Look, I'm not going to go over old accusations. I mean, there was...
Well, name one.
All right,
name
OK,
one.
so her skin colour was, she was called exotic. That was a pretty racist thing to say. And,
Yeah, that was...
All right, we need to talk about this. The word exotic. How is that a racist word? It isn't. Telling somebody that they're exotic, I think, is a beautiful thing. Look, I am mixed race. I have several indigenous tribes in my family. Tuscaroran is one of them, East Cherokee. But I also have Ashanti, another side of the family, and of course, a wee bit of Caucasian. When I took my DNA test, I was actually shocked that I did not have more Caucasian, but also proved what we knew in our family, just from historically speaking. All right, with that said, how was that a racist thing to say someone is exotic? I would love to know that. I think exotic is beautiful. I would love to be called that more often.
Look, I think there was a level of introspection that was levelled at Meghan Markle that was totally unfair, totally uncalled for, and no wonder she basically had a breakdown and had to leave the country.
Oh, dear goodness gracious. All right, let's see. We need to talk about this part. So this woman is going off by saying that, Meghan had a nervous breakdown and needed to leave England immediately because of all the whole racism going on. Now, this is Meghan Markle's point of view. Most people who know Meghan, at least amongst the royal family, have a different, what does Kate Middleton say? Recollections may vary. And you have to go to this point of view. Meghan Markle, American, does not understand the British culture apart from what the media and, of course, the movies have given. And so she came in. She had been to England many times before. There's photographs of her sitting on the fence near Buckingham Palace. And she has talked about William and Harry and Kate in interviews over the years. It's on YouTube. You can find it. So she knew of them, even though she stated in interviews that she never knew them. I mean, it's sad. The Oprah interview? Someone had counted, I think 33, maybe more times that Meghan had stretched the truth or lied. So, yeah, she did not leave, England because of that. She left because she couldn't deal with the hard work. It wasn't what the Hollywood had described what being life in the royal family is. Those tuning in, my name is Rachel. I was a non-playing member at Beaufort Polo Club in 2004, and I knew Harry personally back then, and also because I was a patron for Santa Bale from 2013 to 2016. And of course, the Duke of Westminster has not invited Harry and Meghan. And of course, Harry and Meghan's PR firm is like, oh no, we were invited, we declined, blah, blah, blah. And then the Westminster people are like, well, we gave you, say, the date, we never gave the invite. And the reason why Harry and Meghan are not being invited to their mate's wedding is because, well, Harry and Meghan bring a lot of drama and a lot of lies. And what they did to the royal family is disgusting. And, something was leaked. And I don't think it came from Harry. I think it came from Meghan, of course, just because Harry grew up in that institution and he knows better not to take private letters and make it public. And I mean, anyone that's human decency would never have done that. So why did Meghan do that? Or Meghan's, let's say her imaginary Dobby from Harry Potter did that. You know what I mean? Like she had a friend that did something that took the telephone game of gossip. Obviously, she gave the information to somebody. It didn't just get leaked by the Palisades. They would not have leaked that. I mean, it would have been leaked probably like 100 years from now. Then we hear things like, from Henry VIII's era several hundred years later. But obviously, in the present time, no, this was not something that should have been come to light because they are not racist at all. Again, I knew William and Harry in 2004. I knew Charles from Polo. I knew them personally, well, at a personal level. And honestly, they're the coolest people I ever meet. And, in Polo, it's a very diverse sport. They have very good friends of all races and all religions. And, for Meghan to outright say that was really stupid and not right at all. You have to remember, you know, biracial people have married into the family. In fact, in my Scottish line, the Henderson line, there's a photograph, or sorry, a painting of one of my ancestors from Scotland. And they were Fife Castle, and they had gone to northern Africa, and they married this African woman and brought her back. And so she was an aristocrat by marriage. And the painting still exists to this day. It happened, I mean, throughout centuries. So why are we bringing this the whole thing now? Well, the reason why is we are living in a digital age, mainly because of Biden's comp based off, oh, hey, people who are megas are all of a sudden racist, and it's not true at all. And by the way, Trump is not racist. I don't know why people start that rumor for votes. It's disgusting. No, I'm not a Trump fan nor a Biden fan. I could care less about politics. I'm just tired of the BS. And this has been going on, and Megan was like, oh, hey, I can use this to get more followers and more people liking me because I left the royal firm. She left the place because she couldn't handle the heat, the workload. It wasn't just, oh, look, I have a tiara on and I'm waving into my royal subjects. No, it's not all about that. It's not Hollywood. There actually is work involved, and you have to wear a certain outfit. I mean, even when I went to Polo, and there's a picture of me. I was in the media. I was in the Sex and the City phase in '04, and I wore this very short skirt because I'm like, well, I'm going to be, part of the fashion trend. People in Polo, the women, they didn't really wear skirts for a majority of the time because it's kind of chilly. It was, it was June at this point. And I'm talking about 18 June 2004. And I remember like everyone had their boots on and their trousers on. And I'm like, well, why am I wearing a skirt? I was trying to fit in. So yeah, that photo was taken and I have a copy of that. It was a good photo actually. But yes, I would never wear that in public again if I had known the proper dress code of what women wear to Polo. And so, yes, British have a different style sense. It's just like we go to Belgium or Netherlands or, Denmark, for example, Canada, America, even different states. Dress codes are different and cultures. And Megan just wasn't used to that. She, grew up in a Hollywood era, household. She had the superficial idea of what royalty is. And so when she met Harry, I mean, I think she just wanted that meal ticket. I'm going to be honest. And before you ask, well, you knew Harry, did you fancy him? I never really fancied Harry. That was the thing. I didn't fancy Wills either. Only thing about William, I will always be thankful for. He protected me from a situation, and that I will always forgive him. I'll be thankful for. Sorry, I mean forgive. I always will be thankful for. I forgive the person that did what he did. William got his mate to apologize to me for being rude. If you want to know the whole story on that part, and one day maybe I will share that story. But right now I don't feel comfortable because what I'm doing here is in the public eye. And I had to tread my words very lightly because unlike Harry, who writes the names in his book Spare, and I open up Pandora's box, or myself and many others, I'm not going to do that because I do care about everyone, and I would never ever expose anything that was private. Look, crap happens in our lifetime doesn't mean we need to expose it. We can talk about it without using names, and I think I can do it in that way. All right, my lovelies, I'm going to end this podcast. Until next time, let's hope Harry and Meghan actually, get the cojones to speak up. Otherwise, have a lovely day. Goodbye.